Hello everybody, welcome to MathBound, where math doesn't have to be a problem. Today we're going to be going ahead and working on some SAT practice questions. When we're talking about the math section of the SAT, the test is going to be divided into two sections, one with calculator, the other without calculator, and you're going to have a certain amount of time to complete some of the questions. There are some things that they will provide for you, which are, for instance, reference sheet. Maybe you may not remember how to find the area of a circle, the volume of a sphere, cylinder. Well, they give you a small reference sheet so that you can take a look at it and recall some of the information in case you have forgotten or you don't remember. Let's take a look at the first question. Now, this question is telling us that we have some type of expression or an equation. X minus 1 divided by 3 equals k, and k equals 3. What is the value of x? The expression that we have here, they told us that x minus 1 divided by 3 equals k. We're supposed to find what x is, so we need to undo what this expression is telling us. They're telling us that to x, we're going to subtract 1, then we're dividing by 3 to get this number k. We know that k equals 3, so x minus 1 over 3 should be equal to 3. The next thing we want to do is multiply both sides of the equation by 3, mainly because we want to get rid of this 3 in the denominator. We want to get rid of that 3, so we want to go ahead and multiply both sides of this equation by 3. Multiplication by 3, it's going to cancel that division by 3. But if you multiply one side by 3, you must also do it on the other side. So these 3's are going to go away, and you're going to be left with x minus 1 equals 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Well, if x minus 1 equals 9, then what is x? Turns out that we can add 1 to both sides to come up with x is just 10. And there you have it. That is our answer for x. Okay, so in this problem, we have I equals the square root of negative 1. They're asking us to find the sum between two complex numbers. How do we add two complex numbers? Well, complex numbers are written in this form. Real plus the imaginary number, and then I'm going to write the I right here. Notice how the first number right here, we have 7 plus 3i. The 7 is the real part, and the 3 is the imaginary part. So we add reals with real, imaginary with imaginary. So in this case, we're going to add 7 plus that negative 8, and then we're going to be adding the 3i plus that 9i. So what do we end up with? 7 plus negative 8 is just negative 1, and then plus 12i. So there you have it. That's how we add two complex numbers, and our solution is right there. Okay, so in this case right here, when it comes to word problems, I usually skip them and go to the next one because they may be a little bit time consuming. However, biggest thing about word problems, figure out what the task is. Once you know what the task is, then let's figure out how to solve it. On Saturday afternoon, Armin sent M text messages each hour for 5 hours, and Tyrone sent P text messages each hour for 4 hours. Which of the following represents the total number of messages sent by Armin and Tyrone on Saturday? Well, Armin sent M messages every hour for 5 hours. So I'm going to write 5m to represent the amount of messages that Armin sent. And then I'm going to add the amount of messages that Tyrone sent. He sent P messages every hour for 4 hours. So they wanted an expression that represents the total number of text messages that they sent, 5n plus 4p. I don't usually like word problems, but this one was very simple. They just wanted an expression that represents the number of text messages that they sent. In this case, 5m plus 4p. Now, let's take a look at another problem. Number 4. Again, this is a word problem. I would definitely recommend for you guys to skip it and go to the next one. And then once you're done with the short ones, come back to this one. However, if you do want to go ahead and solve this, focus on what the task is. In this case, what is the meaning of the value of 108 in this equation? Well, great. So they want the meaning of 108. Let's read up on it. P equals 108 minus 23D, where P is the number of phones left and D is the number of days she has worked that week. So 108 is the amount of phones that she started with that week. 108 phones to fix, and each day she's fixing about 23 phones. Anyway, so Kathy will complete the phones within 108 days. Nope, this does not represent the number of days. Days is written in D, right? This one. right here because she starts with 108 phones to fix this week, and each day she's fixing about 23 phones each day. So here's my suggestion for you guys. Always focus on the task. What is it that they're asking you? What is it that they're asking you to figure out? If you focus on the task, you will be able to take a look at the answers and more or less judge whether that particular solution is the correct answer. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let us know if there's anything you'd like us to take a look at. With that being said, until next time, when we're going to be covering a few more SAT problems. Have an amazing day. We'll see you next time. Take care.